Soft wheels humming under dawn, street lights fading one by one, golden colors on the glass, morning moving gently past, platform quiet, coffee steam, newspaper pages half a dream, a silver train cuts through the haze, pulling me beyond familiar days. The skyline shrinks behind the rain. The skyline shrinks behind the rain. Tiny reflections on the window pane. The city whispers stay a while, but the ocean's calling every mile. The horizon opens like a door, something I've been waiting for. No map telling where to go, just sunlight painting the road below. Every mile rewrites the morning, every curve reveals a new view. The day unfolds without a warning, in shades of gold and ocean blue. No destination on the ticket, no reason I can fully explain. I only know the world feels wide on the first train by the waves. Fishing boats begin to wake, white birds dancing above the bay. Small towns glowing amber bright, shaking off the final traces of night. A child draws circles on the glass, watching green fields slowly pass. And somehow rewrites the morning, every curve in that simple scene. Life becomes lighter than it's been. The coastline bends beside the sea, like it's drawing a path for me. No promises beyond today, just enough light to show the way. The day unfolds without a warning, in shades of gold and ocean blue. No destination on the ticket, no reason I can fully explain. I only know the world feels wide on the first train by the way. Water sparkles next to the tracks, no need to hurry, no looking back. Every to hurry, no looking back. Every heartbeat settles into place. The world unfolds without demanding anything more than my embrace. The shoreline stretches even farther, and somehow so do all my plans. I finally understand the beauty of letting the day arrive as it can. Every mile rewrites the morning, golden reflections lead the way. And for the first time in a long time, I belong inside the day. Waves below and sky above, the train rolls on calm and slow. Sunlight resting on the glass, a new beginning starts to glow. Morning laughter in the breeze, bicycle bells and rustling leaves, footsteps crossing painted stone. 1,000 stories of their own, 1,000 stories of their own. Flower buckets by the street, fresh tangerines stacked neat and sweet. Blue umbrellas catching sun, blue umbrellas catching sun. Another day has just begun. An old man tuning up a song, children running right along. Every corner pulls me near, like the city wants me here. Tiny moments pass me by, like paper boats beneath the sky. I could rush and miss it all, or stay and watch the shadows crawl. I'll send these moments home, wrapped in colors I've never known. Salt on the air, sunlight on my hands, pieces of places I never planned. I'll send these moments home, like postcards written on my soul. No souvenir could ever hold the little things that make me whole. Wind moves softly through the stalls, light reflections dance on walls. Fresh bread cooling by the bay, while fairies drift their silver way. Someone waves from across the square, someone waves in just from across the square. No reason, just a smile to share. For a second we belong inside the same unfinished song. Nothing grand to memorize, no fireworks, the sky, just ordinary scenes arranged. Maybe that's the secret hidden here, not finding answers crystal clear, but gathering fragments as they come, until they build into someone, a scent, a sound, a passing face, a memory no map can trace. Maybe that's the secret hidden here, and keep them long after I'm gone. The market fades, the morning moves, but something lasting carries on. I'll send these moments home. The world feels larger than before, because I stopped long enough to see. I'll send these moments home, collected underneath the sun, and every small unforgettable scene becomes a part of who I've become. Footsteps fading down the lane, seagulls circle once again. Morning rolling off the water, silver lines across the bay, engines waking one by one now. Pulling yesterday away, a gull cuts through the quiet sky, white against a warming blue. Fishermen are tying ropes, the market's coming into view. Someone flips the open sign. Sunlight sliding down the storefronts like a hand begins to breathe. I can hear the city stretching, calling me to step right in. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and suddenly I know the road. Every corner turning bright, every signal catching light. No map folded on my seat, no hesitation in my feet. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and suddenly I know the road. Passing rows of painted vessels, rocking softly in their slips, radio and harbor chatter mixing with the rolling rhythm. Children riding toward the boardwalk, backpacks bouncing to the beat. Morning writes its name in motion on the pavement underneath. Every face a different story, every window holds a spark. What was distant in the darkness feels familiar in the heart. Salt air drifting through the dashboard, harbor bells across the tide. I don't need to rush the moment, I just ride past the cranes and weathered buildings, past the boats returning home. For the first time in a long while, movement feels enough alone. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and now I trust the road I hold. Every turn has brought me here, every mile made something clear. The morning isn't up ahead, it's all around me instead. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and now I trust the road I hold. Windows down on Harbor Road, sunlight dancing on the chrome. The day unfolds without a word, and somehow feels like home. Flower pots lined against the rail, morning breeze moving through the basil leaves. The city below still finding its rhythm, steam drawing shapes between the both of us. The elevator door closed quietly, leaving only honesty. The rooftop stretched beyond the avenue, satellite dishes catching drops of blue. You looked at me like there was something left. You were tired of not saying every unfinished sentence. Every pause we let remain was standing here beside us, waiting for a name. Meet me in the space we never named, where all the almost gathered but never stayed. No more circling around what we're afraid to say. Meet me in the space we never named. Church bells carried over neighboring streets. Laundry swayed above the balconies. Beneath the morning felt unusually still, like the city knew the deal. You traced a pattern on the concrete wall and finally let your careful defenses fall. Not with grand declarations or perfect lines, just a simple truth this time. No dramatic revelation, no impossible display. Just two people choosing not to look away. Me in the space we never named, where all the almost gathered but never stayed. No more circling around what we're afraid to say. Meet me in the space we never named. No audience, no spotlight glow, just distant traffic far below. A quiet laugh, a trembling breath, and every doubt begins to rest. The distance disappears between the words. Meet me in the space we never named, where all knowing ears has carried us the same way. Meet me in the space we never named, and what we couldn't hold before is finally here to stay. The breeze moves softly through the vines. The city hums beneath the skyline. Two untouched coffee cups remain on the rooftop between us. Cups are clinking softly, chairs scrape across the stone. A page turns in the sunlight, and suddenly I'm not alone. Jacaranda shadows moving across the tabletop. Morning conversations drift from every little shop. There's a book beside my coffee, left behind without a name. Folded notes between the pages, written in a careful frame. I read a line about growing older, a line about missing home, and somewhere in the simple wording I hear an echo of my own. Someone I've never known wrote my thoughts before, left them in the margins of a scented handbook store. A different life, a different face, still somehow reaching through the years. Someone I've never known wrote my thoughts before, and suddenly this crowded world feels smaller than before. The distance disappears between our separate stories here. The square is filling up with people, sunlight dancing through the leaves. A violin across the plaza floats above the city breeze. Every note inside the notebook feels familiar in its way, like strangers sharing pieces of the same unfinished day. We carry different photographs, different roads beneath our feet. Yet sometimes in an ordinary moment, our reflections happen to me. Someone I've never known wrote my thoughts before, left them in the margins of a scented handbook store. A different life, a different face, still somehow reaching through the years. Someone I've never known wrote my thoughts before, and suddenly this crowded world feels smaller than before. The distance disappears between our separate stories here. Maybe that's the quiet wonder, hidden in the everyday, not being perfectly understood, but finding traces anyway. Across a table, across a page, across a city, across an age. Someone I've never known wrote my thoughts before. Now every passing stranger feels connected at the core. 1,000 lives around me move, yet none of them seem far away. Someone I've never known wrote my thoughts before, and what once felt uncertain doesn't feel that way anymore. The world keeps opening wide, one human heart at a time. The coffee's gone cold beside me. The plaza shines in gold once more. I close the bookends through the door. Catching pieces of everywhere. A quiet city waking slow. 3 stops after Harbor Avenue. 3 stops after Harbor Avenue. Sunlight moved across your sleeve, like it had somewhere to be. Outside, laundry floated from a line. Seagulls traced their signatures in white. You smiled when the tram leaned through a turn, and something in me turned. No fireworks above us, no grand design to see, just a conversation, finding room to breathe. You left color in the corners of my ordinary day, in the spaces between schedules where the hours drift away, like a song I wasn't searching for but somehow knew to play. You left color in the corners of my ordinary day. The conductor called another street. An old cafe released the smell of roasted beans. You told me stories from your week, and the city listened quietly. The ocean flashed between apartment walls. Children chalked bright circles on the boulevard. Every passing scene seemed rearranged, nothing looked the same. The distance felt much smaller than it did before we met. 1,000 little details I don't want to forget. One more tunnel, one more climb. Morning slipping softly into time. The doors keep closed, may close, but some connections travel farther than they know. I hear your laughter in the rails below. Footsteps echo on the pavement, morning climbing up the walls. Somewhere church bells ring below me, through the city waking calls. I took the road above the harbor, past the gardens on the hill, past the corner bakery window, where the air was standing still. Sunlight painted every balcony, gold across the iron rails. A newspaper turns in the breeze, like a boat adjusting sails. I came here looking for a sign, something I could point to, something I could name. But every mile behind me has already rearranged the way I see the day. I crossed the street between then and now, didn't notice when, don't know exactly how. One step after another till the old noise faded out. I crossed the street between then and now, the sea the same somehow, but standing in this morning I can finally see myself around. There's a woman watering flowers on a rooftop painted white. She waves without a reason, and I wave back in reply. Taxi tires hum below me, morning traffic starts to rise. Everything keeps moving, but there's stillness in my mind. No fireworks above me, no grand announcement in the air, just a feeling settling softly like sunlight everywhere. I cross the street between then and now, the sea the same somehow, but standing in this morning I can finally see myself around. I cross the street between then and now, didn't notice when, don't know exactly how. One step after another till the old noise faded out. I cross the street between then and now, the sea the same somehow, the sea the same somehow, but standing in this morning I see myself around. Baby, change is quiet, belongs inside beneath the clouds. Nothing needs explaining, nothing needs escaping now. At Golden's rooftop, Silver Bay, I stand a little taller as the city starts its day. Rain spilling silver on the bay, footsteps drawing circles, tide right, something I can almost rate. And the city slowly breathes, coffee steam above a floating deck, ferries pulling ribbons through the glass effect. I watch reflections around the shore, like they've been here before. The schedules flicker underneath the sky, people moving with a reason in their eyes. And somehow I don't need to understand every detail of the plan. The water keeps unfolding, past every line I drew. A quiet kind of knowing is pulling me through. Every window on the water knows my name today, sending little flashes as the shadows drift away. Every window on the water knows my name today, sending little flashes as the diction I can play. No map inside my pocket, no prediction I can claim. Yeah. Bicycles are crossing over steel, sunlight paints the harbor with a warmer feel. A gull cuts a curve above the waking crowd, and the silence turns loud. I used to count the distance left to go, measure every current moving far below. Now I let the morning set the pace, and I settle into place. The shoreline keeps expanding beyond what I could see, 1,000 moving moments making room for me. Every window on the water knows my name today, sending little flashes as the shadows drift away. No map inside my pocket knows my name today, sending little flashes as the diction I can play. No map inside my pocket, no prediction I can claim. Yeah. No signal lights, no urgent signs, just piano echoes and passing lines. The harbor hums, the engines rise, and golden color in my eyes. For once I don't need certainty to know where I belong. Every wind on the water lights the way sea air on my shoulders, gold across the tide. I came here with questions, the morning answered quiet. I climbed where the wild grass bends, past stone walls and sleeping steps. The town below is blue and small, like it had not begun at all. My coat was damp from the ocean mist, salt on my mouth, cold on my wrist. I thought the road would make me new, but every mile brought me back to truth. There is a line where the dark lets go, not all at once, but soft and slow. I stopped asking where I should be, and let the wind stand next to me. I don't have to run for the dawn to reach me. The light knows where I am. It comes through the fog and the quiet pieces, and lands in my open hands. I don't have to prove I am ready. The sky does not need my plan. I stood at the edge of the waking sea, and the sun found me first again. A fishing boat cut through the glass, leaving silver behind its path. Someone opened a cafe door, and music spilled across the shore. I watched my shadow turn around, long and soft on the morning ground. For the first time it felt like mine, not something I had to leave behind. Maybe becoming is quieter than leaving. Maybe healing is not a sound. Maybe the road was never the answer, just a way to turn me around. I breathe in salt, I breathe out sorrow. No promise carved in stone, only the morning white and golden, telling me I am not alone. I don't have to run for the dawn to reach me. The light knows where I am. It warms my open hands. It comes through the fog and the quiet pieces. The sky never needed my plan, and the sun found me first again. Now I can walk without escaping. Now I can stay while gold across the tide. I came here with questions and left with morning inside. Light on the water, steam in the air, one empty chair beside me. Then you were there. I chose the table near the rail, where linen moved like little sails. The lake was bright, the town was slow, pine hills wearing morning gold. I kept my hands around my cup, like silence was enough. Then you asked if this seat was free, and something opened quietly. No heavy story, no perfect line, just weather, coffee, passing time. But I had been far from everyone, and you spoke softly like the sun. Your hello made the morning stay, made the blue lake less far away. I did not know my guarded heart could loosen over toast and marmalade. Your hello found a quiet room where I had kept my distance too. No grand repair, no saving phrase, just one small kindness across the grave. You drew a map on a paper sleeve, marked the road through cedar trees, told me where the old bridge bends, where the water turns clear again. A sound I thought I had left back. The waiter smiled and filled our glass. I moved between us fast, but I've been holding my breath, a laugh, and your voice made the place feel known. The waiter smiled and filled our glass. The sunlight moved between us fast. No heavy promise, no bright disguise, just two reflections in morning eyes. But I am fine, the place feel known. Maybe trust begins this small, a wooden chair shadowing up the day, in two directions I can take. Maybe I am fine before I move. Your hello warmed a quiet room where I had kept my distance and light for today. Your hello made the morning stay, made the blue lake feel near my name. Now I can leave with through the pines. The road ahead feels less alone, because a stranger felt like home. Light on the water, steam in the air, one empty chair behind me. Rain on the window, coffee in my hands. Someone wrote a name there in the silver glass. The street outside is shining with the rain it didn't keep. A bicycle leans softly where the old stone meets the green. You ask me where I'm going, like the answer could be small. I smile into my coffee and I almost tell it all. I've been moving through the morning like a door I couldn't close. Then your voice across the table made the distance feel like home. Your name stays warm in the glass, even when the rain rolls past. For when the rain rolls past, for a moment I remember I don't have to travel fast. There's a light between the strangers, there's a kindness I can ask, and your name stays warm, lets me pass. The waiter hums a melody while the cups line up in rows. A woman near the doorway laughs at something on her phone. You draw a map on paper with a blue pen running dry, and every road you mention feels a little less like mine. I've been keeping every question folded deep beneath my coat, but the room maybe peace is not a plan. Maybe sometimes it's a table and another open hand. Maybe I can leave tomorrow, still be changed by where I sat, by the rain, the cup, the quiet, by your name upon the glass. Your name stays warm in the glass, even when the rain rolls past. Now I carry something softer than the road beneath my path. As your name stays warm in the glass, like the morning looking back. Rain on the window, coffee cooling slow. I leave with something gentle that I didn't know I'd hold. Glass walls catch the sunrise, runway turning gold, my back beside my shadow. A new gate softly glows. Palm trees move beyond the glass, morning plains in silver rows. Coffee steaming, boarding screens, names of places I don't know. My ticket bends inside my hand, still warm from where I held it tight. I used to fear the open air, now I watch it fill with light. There is a hum beneath the floor, a little door inside me opens more. I do not need the safest line, I only need this breath, this sigh. The world gets wider when I say yes, when I let the morning do the rest. A runway shines where my doubts once stayed, and I step toward the leaving gate. No thunder, no dramatic sky, just sunlight moving through my eyes. I was waiting to feel ready, but ready came while walking steady. A child counts clouds against the pane, her mother laughs and ties her lace. A pilot passes with quiet eyes, like she knows the shape of far away. The ocean flashes past the wing, blue and bright beyond the ground. I hear my name through the speaker call, and somehow love the sound. Maybe courage is quiet shoes, crossing tiles in terminal blue. Maybe change is not a storm, just a seat number keeping warm. My reflection walks through the glass wall, not leaving pieces of me behind, just carrying them in a softer lights when I trust the morning with the rest. A runway shines where my doubts once stayed, and I walk through the open gate. No thunder, no dramatic sky, just sunlight steady in my eyes. But ready came while walking steady, now every mile can make me new. The world gets wider when I say yes, and I rise with the first light too. Glass walls catch the sunrise, runway turning gold, my back beside my shadow, and I am ready to go. River mist on my skin, two roads waiting by the shore. I hear the water moving, like it knows a little more. The morning spreads in silver, a boat rope taps the railing, soft enough for me to hear. I came here with emotion, let the miles make up my mind. But the river bends before me, and it asks me to decide. I can't keep calling it travel if I never choose a way. There's a quiet kind of courage in the step I take today. The river turns and I turn with it, not because I know the end, but the light is leaning westward, and my heart can understand. I won't stand here asking water what I already know inside. The river turns and I turn with it, this is where I choose my side. There are reeds along the shoreline, drawing shadows on the stone, An old man paints a blue boat like he's fixing up a home. A bell rings from the crossing, one clear note above the tide, and I feel the fear grow smaller when I stop keeping it alive. I don't need a perfect answer, I don't need the sky to speak, just the pull beneath the stillness and the road beneath my feet. One road follows open fields, one road climbs into the pines. Both are real, both are waiting, but only one can carry mine. So I fold the map down gently, put the morning in my chest. There is no perfect forever, only one true step made next. The river turns and I turn with it, not because the ending's clear, but the light has found a doorway and I'm finally walking near. I won't stand here asking what I already know inside. This is where I choose my life. River mist on my skin, one road opening ahead. I leave the shore behind me with the morning in my step. Window down, morning in, warm air running through. The road is humming softly like it knows what to do. There's fruit on wooden tables, there's fruit on wooden tables by the bend beyond the trees. A woman laughs with flowers tucked above her sleeve. The driver taps the dashboard to a song I almost know. The driver taps the dashboard to a song I almost know. And I stop holding the silence like a weight I had to own. I used to keep my fingers wrapped around every plan. Now the sunlight on my shoulder makes me loosen up my hand and let the open air decide where the small roads turn today. I can breathe without a reason, I can move without a name. Let the morning pass beside me with the windows open wide. I don't have to hold the moment, let the open air decide. We cross a little stone bridge where the water flashes gold, past a row of painted bicycles leaning near the road. Someone waves from a doorway with a cup still in their hand, and the world feels close enough for me to almost understand. I used to need the answer before I dared to start. Now the wheels and wind are teaching where the small roads turn today. I can breathe without a reason, I can move without a name. Don't have to hold the moment, let the open air decide. No locked door, no heavy sign, just orchard shade and passing time. No perfect sentence, no final line, just my breath and the road unwinding. Let the open air decide where the small roads turn today. I can breathe inside the changing, I can smile and let the morning pass beside me with the windows open wide. I don't have to hold the moment, let the open air decide. Window down, morning in, soft light moving through. I let the road keep speaking and I listen as I do. Amber streets awake, rain still on the stone. Somewhere cups are ringing and I am not alone. I step down where the tram lines shine. A bakery door lets out warm light. The city yawns in a language new, but somehow I can walk it through. Blue umbrellas close one by one. Wet balconies catch the sun. A woman sweeps the flower stand, pink petals falling from her hand. I used to move like I had to leave. Now every street is asking me to slow my breath, to look around, to hear my name in a different sound. Every corner says, come closer. Every window throws gold on my skin. I am not running through the morning, I am learning how to enter in. There is a rhythm under my shoes. newspaper turns in the cafe air. Someone laughs from a wooden chair. The steam from my cup climbs clean and white, like a small flag raised for the light. I pass a wall with old blue paint, cracked by weather, warm with names. For once the map can stay unread. I follow the music up ahead. I used to think the road was proof that I could turn myself into someone new. But now the morning takes my hand and lets me be where I already am. Every corner says, come closer. Every window throws gold on my skin. I am not running through the morning, I am learning how to enter in. There is a rhythm under my shoes, a little spark I did not choose. The city opens soft and bright, back into my life. Let the tram bell ring through the avenue, let the rain dry slow on my sleeves. I do not need a sign from heaven, just the next small street in front of me. I am not passing and buying bread, there is a rhythm under my shoes. A warmer self I did not while, and still finding reasons to smile. Every corner says come closer, every window lays gold on my skin. Every face like a past